a lot of people, the season that's going on right now with Bachelorette have a lot of opinions about the joint format of this season. Do you guys have any thoughts on the joint format of the current season and how well it's working or not working?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people are fans of it. And I think only because I think, we've seen the women in previous seasons be pitted against each other, and I think we all watched Gabby and Rachel kind of go through that experience that they went through on Clayton's season, and I get why they were both picked to be the Bachelorettes because like how could you really you know pick Gabby over Rachel or Rachel over Gabby, and so I get the spirit of the choice, so to speak, but this show is just unfortunately set up where it's just impossible to not have them, compete against themselves, by default. And I think it, certainly makes for drama, but it just kind of, I think for a lot of people watching it, it just feels a little icky and unfair to both Gabby and Rachel. And I think that's kind of taking away from some of the enjoyment, but hopefully, again, like last week, they kind of separated things. Maybe as the season progresses, we'll see less and less of that, and maybe it'll allow the women to focus on their individual love stories, so to speak. But so far, not so great. But I remain optimistic that things will change for the better.
And I think probably the show understood this a little bit going into it, but the reason it's working at all is because of the two leads. I think they're doing a really good job navigating this.
Mhm.
I agree with Nick. I think it's messy. I think it's up until maybe this week, I was just confused a lot. Now, that's not uncommon when I watch the show. Like, I don't ever remember anybody's names, and it's usually like the final week, and I'm like making sense of it all. But yeah, it just felt messy. It felt confusing. I didn't know who to like dig into and try to learn more about, or it was like the first 2 weeks of the show was still so much about who I'm into, and it kind of gave the contestants the power. And then you see Rachel being very emotional, and I know people like to comment on that. I think for me, I would assume, since I've gone through it, a lot of that emotion is coming from just the pain that was caused with these guys choosing and not liking her, and walking away from her, and then you, as in an environment that you already feel so overwhelmed by, and that you don't feel like you belong in. She probably felt like that more than most have ever felt on the show, and that would break you, and it'd be really hard then to step up and try to navigate it and feel confident in your dating relationships. So as Nick said, I'm optimistic that she will find her confidence and that she will walk forward and have a couple relationships that really push her forward. And I think Gabby will do the same. But right now, I still just watch it and I'm like, I don't know. It's not hitting me like some seasons have hit me in the past.